to know, or the government knows exactly what it's doing? What do you know?
Good morning to your listeners and those who are viewing online, wherever they are. I just listened to my brother, Eduji Tamekulo. He's in your Studio TV3.
Right.
Doing marvelously well. Good morning to him. And let me borrow a leaf from the MPP booklet. Good morning to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. IMF has been with Ghana for a long time. Several governments have been to IMF. However, it never used to be a political issue until about 2015, when we had something lecture series at Central University.
By Dr. Baumia.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where he said that we were going to IMF because of recklessness and corruption. So that sort of increased the ante of the IMF issue. Ghana has been to IMF several times.
Right.
Nobody ever hears about it. But until that lecture series. So when the time came around 2021, thereabout, and things began to be bad, and people were advising that, hey, come on, let's look at going to the IMF.
Right.
And we had all the stories. We are a very proud nation. We cannot go to IMF. And we ended up in IMF on a stretcher. That's when going and coming out of IMF became an issue. Other than that, it wasn't an issue. So that was when people began to ask that, are you aware that going to IMF is as a result of reckless spending and corruption? If you are aware, then which ones did you take part in? For us, we are now going to the IMF. Then you watch the famous...
Did you get the answer?
No, we can never get the answer.
Why wouldn't you get the answer?
Because the people who were... apart from Kwesi Botwe, we've never had any finance minister as long as Ken Ofori-Atta.
That's right.
And we've never had any so-called economic management team that they ask the whole world whether that team is not a solid team. They go about their work diligently. In 2021, thereabout, they even comprised a team that included Franklin Kujo and the rest for some economic...
The dollar stabilization
committee or something.
It's a 40-man committee.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all that together with the economic management team, which was being managed by the vice presidential candidate then. Vice presidential candidate in 2015 and became vice president in 2016-17. Yet we went to IMF. So currently, what is happening? But before then, where's my brother Nuruddin?
Which of the Nuruddins?
Or the one who is a nice man but in the wrong party?
Oh, Kamaldeen,
yes.
Kamaldeen is a fine gentleman.
I told you. I say he's a fine gentleman but in the wrong party.
Oh, how?
Yes.
You can't all be at one place.
Oh, but when you see good things, you encourage your brother.
Diversity is important, Council.
Yes, but not every diversity yields fruit. Some don't use fruit. So
come on, that's about.
Good morning. That's what now.
Good morning. I'm so sorry to be distracted by the fine gentleman. However, we had a situation where the vice president, who was the economic management team leader,
right,
who we were told was brought in just to stabilize the economy, was also there when finally we were led to IMF. And you remember the famous video by Honorable Kennedy Japan, when he said, those who are taking us to the IMF cannot lead us out of the IMF.
It was a political talk, was it not?
Because
for him to get the flag bearer bid,
no,
but he didn't.
But with all respect to you, going to the IMF was not a religious thing. It was a political decision. So it must be accompanied by political talk. So what he said then was actually the reality of what was on the ground. Today, we are exiting the IMF with certain indicators which are very good. The stabilization of the dollar, the inflation, as I read you mentioning all over, the spending is being with some discipline, and we are back from the junk, the baller status, to a B with a positive outlook if we continue along all this. So I think that all that we need to do now is to say that one of my trainings is in a continuous improvement. In continuous improvement, they say that if you are a big woman or a big man and you are boarding a flight, they will not they will not open more seats for you. You can buy 2, but that particular one will be what you have to fit in. So you either have to reduce your weight, your size to fit in, or you don't board at all.
Or go to business class.
Exactly. So in this situation now, what we need to do now is that, hey, we are in the narrow path. Let us maintain that narrow path. You see, going to the IMF, it is not something to be celebrated. When they exited the IMF, we had Kenke Party. Unlike the low-key exit that we had just last week. Now, a lot of people have to bear the brunt of going to the IMF. The IMF tells you how many persons you need to employ, what you need to cut, taxes you need to do, ABC. Then, of course, when the Mahmoud Bawumia was brought in, he told us that one of the things he's coming to do is that the structural deficiency of our tax system, where a lot of people in the informal sector don't pay taxes, and he's going to increase that. That never happened. We were also here where they spent so much on 1D, 1F. Where are they now? That they were saying that was going to be one of the backbones of the country. Where's the 1D, 1F now? Was it supposed to be continuous government injection of money into it? Where are the 1D, 1F? Those were the reckless decisions they took. Then the NACOB or NAPCO. NAPCO.
NACOB is the drug enforcement agency.
NAPCO. The
Nation Builders Corps.
Yes. Where are
it's
they
not
now?
Bawumia apprentices. It's Nation Builders Corps. Okay. Heal Ghana, feed Ghana, teach Ghana.
So have we finished building the country?
Is it not the process?
Yeah, they finished with they exited somewhere even before the last election.
Right.
So does it mean that they are finished building Ghana? Those were the areas they used money for, which were supposed to give us short-term relief, but it ended up putting us into IMF, then with all the haircut and everything. So what we have now, this short period that we have fiscal discipline, we have inflation under control, we have the macroeconomic stability, we also have the exchange rate stable. I think that all we need to do is to maintain those.
This exit from the IMF, but it's more like, okay, we have left, but we have our freedom, but there's a big brother also looking over us. What is the sustainability plan to make sure that these good indicators we are seeing is sustained, such that we don't have to return to the IMF for another dance?
Yes, I made a comment earlier that
3 FM, the best in the morning.
When you are fat or big, you have to reduce.
Right.
So somewhere along the line, we have to reduce and be on the narrow path. One of them is the fiscal discipline. We don't spend where we don't have. Even though we have been allowed to come back into the market, we don't borrow recklessly. As someone once told us that if it only involves borrowing, even their 18-year-old son would have been able to manage a country. And they ended up borrowing more than what an 18-year-old would have done. So what we are doing currently, we need to keep doing those things, make sure that there's fiscal discipline, there's no recklessness. The steps that the central bank and the Ministry of Finance are taking to make sure the dollar is stable, we keep. Then, of course, there are certain things that are beyond us.
Like what?
Oil prices. Okay? They are beyond us. So, in that instance, we only pray and hope that the global situation will be good for all of us. I know my brother here is going to come in to say, oh,
why are you anticipating what he will say?
I'm a lawyer.
He's not spoken.
I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Okay.
You anticipate what your colleague will do. So I know he's going to talk about the fact that there was the Ukraine
what
war.
If he doesn't?
If he doesn't, I've said it for him. There was a Ukraine Russia war, which, in fact, he needs to be reminded that the war is still ongoing anyway. There was the COVID, which he needs to be reminded that Madam Felicia told us that they shared the COVID money like
Felicia Tete.
Whatever she is. Saneregu. Yes, Saneregu. That they shared the COVID money like granules. There were some for regional executives, some for constituency executives, some for MPs, some for parliamentary candidates, and how they all shared that money, etc. So when he comes to that line, he should have those things at the back of his mind. But at the end of the day, with the big brother, as you are saying, yes, sometimes it's good, but you see, it's the integrity that counts. Integrity is doing something very well if nobody is watching you. So it's the integrity that counts. So for our good and for the good of tomorrow, let me borrow a phrase from President Kufuor when he said, let's bite the bullet and take the very strong, decisive moves. And when we do that, I believe that we might not go to the IMF in the next foreseeable future.
Okay. Come on. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am good, and you?
Greater than Accra.
Very well.
Just to remind our folks that we are live also on Kesme 107.1 in Tamale. It's always a pleasure.
Let me say a very good morning to the listeners of 3FM and also the listeners of Kesme in Kesme FM in Tamale, and also good morning to Council seated right here. Of course, he alludes to me as a nice person. However, I'm in the wrong party. Interesting. The doings of true democracy in this country is the New Patriotic Party. The doings of true democracy in this country. Those who fought for us to now today liberate ourselves is the New Patriotic Party. And least we forget, lawyers have celebrated President Kufuor and his then Attorney General, Nana Adedonka Akufo-Addo, for repealing the criminal libel law, which was actually a turning point to ensure that free speech is not gagged, as we are seeing today. Unfortunately, indirectly, the good party that he belongs to is indirectly trying to introduce the criminalization of free speech in this country.
How is that happening?
Of course. Today, how can somebody write just on his wall, Dumso is back and the person is arrested? For God's sake. Dumso is back. That's my crime. And I'm arrested? For God's sake. When in fact, what is Dumso? Lies goes off and on. Just yesterday in the evening, we saw it. And somebody writes, Dumso is back, and it's a crime. Hey, this is a serious matter. Let's get serious.
The government has jumped out of the hold of the IMF, but there's an interim.
I'll just come into the
interim program.
See, no wonder.
How do you view it?
Of course, before I come to IMF, no wonder the venerable, respected, or the venerable, I shouldn't be, let's say the venerable Kwesi Pratt, a senior journalist in this country, has said that he's actually worried for President Mahama.
Why did he say that?
Did you listen to him?
I listened to him, but you want to add some more flesh to the bone.
In fact, he's pitying him. That he actually proclaimed reset agenda. And is that the reset we're seeing? He proclaimed coming to leave a legacy. Is that the legacy we are seeing? That in the words of Kwesi Pratt, appointees of President Mahama are failing him. I didn't say it. For he knows more than me. He has so much information than me. Appointees of President Mahama who proclaim reset agenda that this country was rotten, that in fact this is our second independence we're going to get. Kwesi Pratt says they're failing him. All they are interested in is to look for leadership and look for money. And he's sad. Today, my brother said that's a good party. That is your scorecard. Not too long ago.
These are my words. Scorecard.
Yes. That's a scorecard of the NDC.
Give me my flowers.
Played out by the venerable Kwesi Pratt.
That they are failing the president.
1 year, 6 months down the line.
5 months.
5 months down the line.
That they are
in governance.
That they are failing the president.
Yes.
And that he feels sorry for the president.
1 year, 6 months, somebody proclaimed resetting agenda. Proclaimed going to give a better legacy. I've learned from my mistakes when I was coming. You only come and 1 year after 5 months, a seasoned person who analyzes governance tells you that you are failing. You should be worried.
So for you, the government has done nothing.
I have not said it. I'm just citing somebody who is even deemed to be within.
What do you say, Kamal Abdullahi?
Res ipsa loquitur. The lawyers
it speaks for itself.
Absolutely. The lawyers are here. Anybody who is buying petrol at 14 cedi 60 pesos. Remember, they took it at 14 cedi, 50 pesos. It's true. From Akufo-Addo. And they said it was rotten. It's bad. Today, floor price is around 14 cedi, 60 pesos. And when I say floor price, what now goes, of course,
the markup.
So you move to somewhere it's 16, like Shell and other places, maybe not to mention names, but look at the other stations. You move to some place, prices today, and you say, oh, it's normal.
But you sold diesel to us at 23 cedis per liter.
Yes. Of course, we will come to that topic anyway, but no problem. The vulnerabilities, the whatever, what happens? You ask a question. There's a topic we're going to discuss, and I'll tell you.
No, because you went there.
Of course, I just wanted to tell you that's why I said res ipsa loquitur. Anybody who buys that and still pay 1 cedi, who pay 1 cedi to this government, this inept government, you pay 1 cedi to them for doing nothing. That person knows that actually things are not well.
Okay.
Now let me come to IMF. First of all, IMF is, for me, to all developing countries, and let's get serious about some of these, we coming to sit down and make people look good. I've always been with the idea that we have everything as a country. We don't need to go for a bailout.
Right.
That is my position. I've always had that position. Why? It is as a result of mismanagement of what we have that we don't put things right. We don't get our priorities right. That is why we have to run to IMF to help us secure policy credibility. You see, since independence, Ghana has been to the IMF 17 times.
That's right.
It's unfortunate. 17 times since independence. To what end? What have we gotten out of it?
But under your watch, you told us that we are a proud nation, would never go to the IMF.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
You see, one thing, I enjoy listening to. I wonder what to tell you when I come for this program. People like your program. But to be honest with you, some of your chip-ins are skewed towards what you want.
No, because I'm asking
I'm being
you.
honest with you.
These are the honest.
Our watch, but under their watch, what did they say? When they took her to Senchi and ate and slept in good rooms and said they were doing homegrown policy.
It was only Kwame.
How did they end?
It was only Kwame Pienim who went. You all didn't go.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
They claim they know better, and they are going to Senchi to put together and develop what we call homegrown policies.
You were invited.
Under technonomics.
You were invited. You didn't turn up.
Yes.
It was only
granted we didn't go. Granted we didn't go. You are the best. You said you were going to do homegrown policy. You won't go anywhere. Did you go to IMF and that one? Granted, we didn't go. You said you were going to do homegrown policy in Senchi, and then you took a Kwedanko who went there and slept in good rooms and came and told you I slept in a very nice room and I ate good
let
food.
the dead rest in peace.
I'm telling you, that's what you did.
But
for them, you are not citing them. You are citing MPP who said they will not go.
But I'm saying
so
that
we should come and do the best thing, and then NDC will come and destroy.
We were called Sambalat and Tobias by Kenoforiata, who is not
I
in the
am
jurisdiction.
saying whether we are called,
and we were told that we are a proud nation.
It is not
we will not go
equalization.
to
See,
the
why you
IMF.
listen to Woody?
It's not equalization.
I started by saying that you very good. You see, if you allow me, lawyer had flowed. You see, I started by saying that Ghana.
Come on.
You were here when he was interjecting me too.
Hold on. When you came, I gave you 4 minutes to talk about what you wanted to talk about.
Yes.
I've allowed you to speak. If
I'm
asking questions like I asked him, you should allow me. Don't paint that photo. We are good friends. Don't do that.
Let me start all
putting you on the defensive.
No, I won't be on the defensive. He knows me. I won't do that.
All over again. I said Ghana since independence has been to IMF 17 times. The latest one was in 2023, where we went for the $3 billion bailout to ensure that our macroeconomic indicators look good. President Mahama in Switzerland, I listened to you when you played his voice, said something. He said there's a saying in Africa that the one who plants a tree today is not the one who sits under that tree. Therefore, in 2023, going to IMF was to benefit Ghana going forward, not instantaneously. Today, if we are reaping and getting benefits of the macro stability, it was as a result of debt restructuring, as a result of going back to IMF, as a result of ensuring that at least some expenditures were looked at, and as a result of ensuring that some discipline or fiscal discipline was put in place, which we are seeing this.
Did we need IMF to tell us how to manage our affairs?
We have always needed IMF. That's what I told you 17 times. We have always needed them.
Unfortunately.
It's unfortunate. I don't support it, but we have always needed them. No government can pride itself that I have not been to IMF. And even I was, we see there's some erroneous impression out there.
didn't go
Look,
to IMF.
I'm saying that to what end? We saw what we call galloping inflation under Champon because he never got his indicators right. Things were haphazard. I've read about his government.
But
his
he brought you operating feed yourself. He fed you.
No, but it was.
He fed the country.
But it was a serious disaster in the end. What called for the coup d'etat? That's a history. You see, I took my time and I read some of these things just to understand myself properly. But of course, I'm trying to say that now, as we said today, President Mahama saying that when you plant a tree, you are not the one, you may not be the one to sit under the shade. It's voluminous. When the tree was planted in 2023, to ensure that some physical discipline was put in place, we were expecting that the fruits of it will come. No wonder that when this government was sworn in, immediately the first budget was read. The budget they ran with was Amin Ante's budget. By 3 months' time before their budget came in March.
That was a transitional
In
budget.
the course of the February, March, indicators started looking good. And then, of course, S&P came to say, look, the reserve that you guys built, the disciplines that you put in together, the DDBP that you did, all this thing has come to help you, your economy. You understand? But you want to call us what? The baddest people ever before.
You are not guilty as charged.
Never. That's why I told you, see, we have a history. We must ensure that we follow that history. Pamscad. I was a kid. And in the 80s,
Jerry Rawlings, Pamscad.
Pamscad was a
AGOA.
Absolutely. Was an IMF program. That time, Rawlings and co were struggling. I'm told there was hunger in Ghana, 83, 84.
83,
I was really, maybe relatively 6 years, whatever, thereabout. Okay? Yes, about around 6 years, 7 years. I was not up to 7 years.
Right.
You get it? But I hear it was so serious.
Yeah.
So these are all programs that we've rolled out before. See, your question for us to discuss this morning is, we're out of IMF, or we may be out of IMF, because we're actually not out yet. We'll be out on the 27th of July. It's not up yet. Because they need to evaluate what we call our policy coordination instrument to ensure that
are we taking the right decision?
You know, whether we like it or not, that was what the program said. When this government came, they extended a bit. You understand? And whether we like it or not, it's time. When it's time, there's nothing you can do. The last tranche of the money will come, hit your account, and you are done. The last tranche of money hasn't hit our account yet, which is about 1 point something billion.
But the government is not opting to continue the program. They are opting to have IMF lurking around.
Have an option to move
lurking around, but they will want to move. And I'm asking, is that the best of decisions?
You see, we have already tied our hands by being members. We have tied our hands by signing into the EFF, the program.
Right.
Okay. We have also tied our hand by telling them to monitor whatever we do, so that we can have physical indicators. Economic indicators. Well, you understand. So whether we like it or not, it's an agreement between us and IMF, and they have work to do. And they have a country director.
Is the IPC the best option for us at this point?
You see, are you talking the PCI?
PCI, sorry.
Obviously,
PCI,
the PCI is an option. Whether I said when you are exiting an IMF program, the PCI ought to be put in place. You understand? IMF country director will have to look at the staff level agreement. Will sit down, you do meetings, they'll go back to Washington, and they now convince Washington that look, what we have seen Ghana and the trajectory they're going, they are right. I mean, they are on the right path. Therefore, they may not need any program. That is where credit ratings will now pick it up. Fitch and the rest will say, Ghana's economy is bounced back, this has done, and then we get the confidence back, and investors will now start coming in. But you see, I told you ab initio that we get these things wrong as a people. Why?
Tell me.
Today, Ghana, if we are deliberate, can export proper fruits out there. Ghana, if we are deliberate, we can develop local industries. Very well. No, you see,
I'll give you space to
Ghana,
do your rebuttals if you want.
Ghana, if we are deliberate, we can do mechanized farming. I am one of the people. If me, Kamaldeen, in the most likely event, maybe in future, I don't know when, that I am made an agric minister, one thing I will do is to introduce back state farms. Because we have left farming.
But the state lands are all gone. Yes. Are they not gone?
Don't worry. Introduce back state farms. I'm talking about.
Where would you be planting? Because the lands
it's easy.
Go to Damongo, Greek lands,
brother,
they're gone.
We have so much arable land that we are not using in this country. We nearly got it right with quality grain and the NDC. Aveme, rice, salt.
Right.
And we failed as a result of corruption.
Same thing we did with Polugo multipurpose dam.
I'm saying that we failed. So that's what I'm saying, that if we are deliberate, we can develop this country. Bring state farms. We have 16 regions. Every region, we have YEA. YEA is including young people.
Yeah.
Every region, tell me that you are going to do 200 acres or 200 whatever, I don't know the number, just get a large number of this particular, depending on the area and what we can do.
Let's do hectares.
Hectares, depending on the area and what we can grow. You get what I mean? You just mentioned Operation Feed Yourself.
Yeah.
We want the government to own the farms. We want the government to collaborate with YEA and then other employment agencies, forestry and whatever, employ the youth, bring the youth, give them uniform, put them on the state farms. Okay? And then the government brings in the implement. It belongs to the government. Government now builds, provide the food, and then push it to buffer stock. Push it to buffer stock, save it. You get what I mean? I tell you, we will end up helping ourselves by not importing in what we already have. Today, as we speak, local rice farmers are saying there's no market. Meanwhile, we are importing foreign rice to sell, killing their market. Okay? We don't even have a single rice mill for government in this country. We cannot have a rice mill factory.
Private people have it. I know Minta Kando has it. Asante Achimno, former member of parliament,
what
and
they have, what is the capacity? Even I have a friend in Nasia who has one. Shaibu, he's my friend.
Right.
But what the capacity? What money has he got, man? But government has the way without. First of all, you have a sovereign guarantee. You have a way to go out and look for money. That private person doesn't have much.
That's right.
You get what I mean? So secondly, you have also what it takes to say that state institutions can help you. You get what I mean? That private person doesn't have that. You have national service who said that they are going to do farms. They tried. Every year, the number of people who do national farm service, put all of them to the farms. Whether they like it or not. State farms are here. You are posted to the farm. Go and learn.
Kwagbenu started it, I think.
Yes.
It's continuing
so
now.
I am trying to say that we have opportunities, but we have not been deliberate about these opportunities. And that is something, I don't want to read MPP, NDC in this.
Right. This is a national agenda.
Country that we can help ourselves. When we do all this put in place, why? IMF will not come and tell us that we are going to look into your independent power producers contract. And because you are paying much money to them. Today, we are ending IMF, but we are not ending the debt with independent power producers. You know that. It's going to increase. We are not ending it. We are ending IMF. As we see today, IMF is coming to tell you that, hey, don't take workers here. Don't do this here. Don't do here.
Conditionalities.
We are ending IMF. Those conditionalities will go, but now we'll start picking workers again. And we don't have money to pay them. A country where we have to borrow to come and pay salary. That country is not planning. We are not looking at productivity. We are always looking at production. With the production doesn't even come. And productivity doesn't come.
But come on, you know that each time we start this conversation about rice farming, sugar, oil, chicken, you have people who are connected to the various political parties who,
that is where the problem.
Who import the thing into the country, and they try to block everything.
See, and let me tell you, they are not, these people, they are not NDC or MPPO. Every businessman is skewed towards his interest. When my brother NDC comes, some of them claim I'm NDC and use him to get whatever authorities that they want or permits that they want to start importing whatever they are coming. Then maybe some tokens. You understand? But because of our greed, maybe when they give you 10%, you take it and you are fine.
Right.
You've forgotten of the collective goal. And that is what has happened. The next time MPP comes, they also come to Kamal and say, me, I'm MPP. I've been trying your policy. And then they come in again. That is how businessmen use politicians in this country. And we are quiet.
But
and the country is not developing.
Why are you quiet?
That is why Emmanuel Ayukwema said something. The beautiful ones may not be born yet.
Are not yet born.
Oh, are not yet born. In my words, I say may not be born yet. You understand? We need to be deliberate about some of these things in future. And if we are not, and we continue on this trajectory, always talking like this, we'll remain as talkers. We'll remain as people who uphold talk shop. I have not seen pragmatic policies. My panacea is that in order not to go to IMF again or Bretton Woods institutions for help again, first of all, whether we like it or we do not like it, every region must have a state farm. And that state farm must be over 200,000 acres. depending on what they're farming.
But you see, you look at the template of planting, and my final one to you before I come to council.
Yes.
The template of planting for food and jobs. If you look at that document, it says that every ministry, department, agency should have its own farm.
Yeah.
That did not happen.
Yeah, you see, that for me, with a great deal of respect, that to coordinate it is not going to be easy. You understand? Yes, somebody will make the argument that we used to have, food distribution company. We used to have rice mills.
Right.
They've all condemned.
Right.
We used to have meat factory. All of these were sold under
Meat
the
marketing
NDC,
board.
Meat market. We had planned the structure. Today, when you go to advanced countries like Italy and other places, what they did 100-something years ago, they're still keeping it. But we failed along the line, but with this Diversity Implementation Committee in 1985, when NDC brought it, and then sold all our factories,
Carried
sold
them,
everything
all
out.
those ones, yeah.
And we didn't plan ourselves. So today we can really go back. We are not many, we are 33 million people. The government should be deliberate about it. The government of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, inshallah, the president of the Republic of Ghana coming in 2028, sworn in 2029, I pray and hope that he sees this. Let us run, government, private can run together. But if we say we are giving everything to private, we end up destroying this country because the greed and selfishness is too much within our systems. Why? We are in a country where people now add some colors to palm oil to sell to you.
Okay, let me.
It's not serious. So I think that this IMF program, we are not out yet. We may be out on the 27th of July. But if we are getting out, sadly, you just told me that inflation is increasing. Do you know that?
So 3.2 to 3.4.
Absolutely. That is why the economists told them that earlier on. Don't be gloating. Don't be too happy. What you came to meet has helped you to get to this level. And then continue with that. But sustaining it may not be easy. So I pray and hope that you are able to sustain it. Even though you are making comparison, it's not 54. And I saw the sarcasm in it.
No, there's no sarcasm.
Yeah, it was quite sarcastic. I mean, come on, I'm a communicator and I understand, I analyze.
Facts are sacred. Facts are sacred.
But you see, so I'm trying to say that these indicators will start. So if we don't put things right, we may have a problem again.
Right.
Now, physical exchange rate, what is it? Today, we are told that the cedi has started depreciating again. And as a result,
it's
price
weakening by 9.8% or so.
It's moving. You never know. So I think that all these things ought to be looked at properly before we exit finally to have a PCI that will help this country.
I hear you. Council, you had some rebuttal to raise. Let me give you a minute
I
or
didn't
two.
say anything that, of course, he would rebut.
Allow him.
He's behaving exactly like a litigating lawyer. He puts you in the corner so that you don't know what to say.
The man is learning so fast.
Yeah, so, but I want to say
when
that
he wears his wig,
yes,
later to join you at the bar, you will see him.
Oh, he will be a good one. He will be a good one. By the time he's joining the bar, I'm sure he would have visited the party he is. But when you pray, particularly MPP members, pray for Ghana. And genuinely pray for Ghana. I mean, I saw a video of old men and women singing song. Doom Swabao. Oh, come on, I cringe.
Old men and women.
Yes, they are not children. They are not babies. They are old men. I mean, they are
happy that Doomsor is back.
Yes. Imagine.
So
and you sit here telling us that, when I was doing my master's in Belgium, a Polish lady approached us to study about Ghana.
Right.
And he said, there's pickpocket everywhere, but when you go on Ghana web, you see them written clearly that beware of pickpockets in Accra. He said, who does that? He said there's even pickpockets in her country, Poland. But nobody writes it on the internet to say...
allow him to. Allow him.
But nobody puts it on the internet to say that...
To tarnish the image of the country.
Granted that even what he's saying...
But that's a crime. A crime is a crime.
I'm coming.
By our cultural nature,
I haven't landed.
Okay, please.
Granted that is exactly what happened that the guy was arrested. Granted, which I believe is not true. Granted.
Check.
I mean, when you are washing your dirty linen in public this way, it rubs on you too. It rubs on you. This is a party that recently wrote to the IMF after somebody has eaten fufu and said that, hey, let me write to IMF. This is the party that went to Britain to say, don't grant us independence. Or you do all these things for Mother Ghana. That's what I'm saying. When you pray, genuinely, I love the way you use the word, inshallah. When you pray, genuinely pray for Ghana, such that by the time, if ever your candidate will become president, the country will be sought for him to govern. I'm taking a leaf from your book that you said that you made it good for Ghana, for NDC to. Does it mean that in 2017, when you took over, NDC also made it good for you?
They made it good for us. Oh. I can compare and contrast.
Okay.
They did not.
Oh, okay. I leave the jury out there to decide. But you see,
MPP is always the best party.
We are aware. We are totally aware. We are totally
say your
aware.
Party is not the best party.
At all.
I said that MPP. He said MPP is the best party.
Yeah.
And I said that we are aware by the 38% they got as the best party.
Oh,
that's one.
I don't know expect to fact.
And you see, Johnny,
I had 41% or so. The EC came to clarify that it was not 38%.
There is one thing about NPP. There's one thing about NPP. They always are good at recalibration.
Oh, but this was the EC.
No. They are talking about
allow me to do
recalibration. Dollar CD, they will recalibrate. Economy, they will recalibrate. Election results, they will recalibrate. So if they move from 38 to 41, as you are saying, it's another recalibration.
But this was the EC that brought the figure.
Yes, let's move on. I mean, even the Bank of Ghana brought figures, but it was recalibrated under NPA. So it's recalibration. I mean, will you honestly put your hand on chest, Johnny, and tell us that you had an answer to the question you asked Kamaldeen? I don't know. Perhaps don't answer me. But he went on every area in this economy, from Palmscad to Agua, 1983 hunger, bushfires, Ghana must go from Nigeria, and all that.
But he was telling us about the economy, how the economy has went
on to talk to us about what we need to do to be self-sustaining.
Agric, state farms.
Yes. Now, my people say that when somebody wants to give you cloth, look at the one the person is
you have to
using.
say it in a way so we can understand.
So if a mentally disabled person wants to give you cloth to use, look at the one the
who's
person
offering you that cloth.
And the one he has himself. We were here when we had 1D, 1F. It's a failure.
Why is it failure?
There is none that you can't go now and point to any of those factories and tell us it's working and it is still in that same. I have one in my area, plywood factory in Hawaii. Anybody who knows will tell you. Go and check. They will just go around, see somebody once you are slightly affiliated with MPP, they brand it and give you 1D, 1F. We have 1D, 1 dam.
1V, 1 dam.
1V, 1 dam.
1 village, 1 dam.
Where are they now? At a stage, the one in charge told us that we're not talking about a Kosombo type of dam.
That's how Akum say.
Yes, that's what he told us. Now, if that 1V, 1D was operational, you will not be telling us today to think about how to grow in those communities.
In fact, I spoke to the then Agric minister. I interviewed him one-on-one, Dr. Friakoto, who said that 1 village, 1 dam idea was utopian.
Good.
He told me that was when he wanted to become president, flag bearer. I interviewed him one-on-one on TV3. He said it's utopian. I said, but you can't be telling me this now after 6 years of being a Greek minister. After 6 years of being a Greek minister, you can't be telling me that.
I give you the whole time to you. Am I coming?
No, relax.
No, I'm
I gave you
reacting
time
to you.
to relax. I'm watching the time. Come
I'm
on.
reacting to
relax.
Come on.
Come
Apart
on,
from
relax.
all the interjections you did, I said you are a nice man. Perhaps you are taking your nice man nature too far.
He's a nice man.
Yes,
He's a jolly good fellow.
And in a wrong party.
I didn't say that too.
Okay. Then
it is your choice. It is his choice.
Okay.
Let's leave it at that.
He will join. He'll see that.
So wrap up for me, please.
No. So you mentioned the Polugu multi-purpose dam. So if you combine the 1V, 1 dam, and the Polugu multi-purpose dam all into one, it's a scam. If someone is telling you it's utopian, Utopia is a state where milk flows, gold is on the street, you put in, you turn your tap, honey flows, and you have everything. A state of over-enjoyment that you can only imagine. A state of being in heaven, etc. Utopian. That's what he told you. And our current flag bearer for MPP boldly told us that they've done the Polugu thing. Nothing was done. So it's a scam. So for him, the very things that will give us the backbone of our development as far as agric and industrialization is concerned, and they came and preached all to us. Yet it's all been a scam. He cannot have the moral ground out today to talk about it.
How did you support the MPP to achieve the things that they had in mind to help all of us?
You see, there are two ways of supporting. You can either be the quiet one, observe. You can also be the one that you attack and nothing will come in. Now, NDC never attacked except to point out to the very things that were not sustainable to them. The one you interview, do you know that who was the head of planting for food and jobs? Brought us food to what's the name?
The ministry.
Agric ministry for us to come and buy. And by the time he was leaving, what's the rate of food? Today he's telling us that we should have a situation where the food will be so much that buffer stock will be able to buy and store. Granted that buffer stock buy, let's go by his analysis. Buffer stock buys 2 bags this year and stores. Next year we produce 2 bags, they buy and store. And we do what? We do what with it? We are just tourists.
No, but you keep and you.
No, and you square.
Oh, but the school children are there.
Yeah, that's what. No, you are thinking for him. I am saying that he's coming with a proposal. Let him give us the proposal. You don't just throw it into the sky and just accept that somebody else will take it up and do. No, that's what I'm hoping that he will tell us where these things are coming from. But you see, all in all, I feel that the IMF thing, the policy,
do you think that we are moving out at the right time? Is this the best time for us to move out?
I think every time can be the best time. Let's move. Once we have some of the stability, we have met the gates, the toll gates, and things are picking up, it is best up to us to also be a bit disciplined and develop ourselves.
Okay, let's take a break. When we return from the break, we will get into another conversation on fuel and matters arising. You're live on 3FM 92.7. It's 18 minutes after 9. We're also live on Kesme 107.1 in Tamale. See you shortly after these messages.
Register now for the second edition of the
The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
Welcome back. It's 21 minutes after 9 here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My guest, lawyer, engineer Jemega Jr. is a member of the NDC's National Communications Team. He's also a private legal practitioner. And Kamal Dean Abdullahi, His Excellency, I should add, I keep forgetting that. His Excellency Kamal Dean Abdullahi is a former representative of Ghana to the United Arab Emirates. He's also a member of the NPP's National Communications Team. Hopefully, he's the MP thing and national executive. Just looking. Come on.
Well,
good to have you back. I hear that in your beloved constituency, the people have not had it easy.
Well, so sad. I got back from Tamale yesterday in the evening. But I was home because I needed to go ahead of a storm, a heavy storm that actually caused a lot of devastation to our people, especially within the Jana community. When we are from Tamale or driving from Tamale, going to Nantong constituency is the one of the first communities that you meet.
Okay.
And these are people who vote strongly NDC.
Sunrise
But
on 3FM.
having been hit by this
Best
storm
in the morning.
several days ago, when I got there, I was told that the DC passed by and said hello.
Pass by.
Yes. Whether or not Nadmo came is a matter. The MP, they've not seen him yet. I was told that our former MP also passed by, who was an MPP MP, of course, passed by. The former DC also passed by. I looked at it and I didn't say anything. I said I also came to say how they are. And still I was touched by what the people are going through. And it's an appeal I am putting forward to everyone who is listening to me. You know, we are all there as brothers and sisters. Those of you who have a little. Our people live in poverty a lot. And in fact, when some of these things hits them again, it goes to augment their problems. So it is my prayer that whoever can support us, we try and support us. I was able to do my widow's mite as a donation to them, just to ease the pain a bit, because the central mosque within that community completely ripped off, walls broken down, everything gone. And I was telling myself, look, this is a forced measure. It's a natural disaster. However, we have NADMO in place. And in fact, this country, NADMO should look at those people who really don't have much to do. Attend to them. Just show concern. Maybe the DC and the MP are yet to appear to see the support they will grant them through, the government will grant them through them, as it were. But as we sit now, apart from the little I did yesterday, nobody
has gone there.
Nobody has gone there to say, oh, just even take one single roofing sheet to help yourself. Meanwhile, people are homeless. A story is told of one whose wife just got birth. Just gave birth. The entire house, they have 3 room or 4 room, whatever. Everything is gone. They had no place for shelter. It is someone's uncompleted structure, single room, without windows, without doors, no screening, and all that they are making.
They are putting up in.
They are putting up in now. That's how sad it is in Jana. And I want to appeal to Ghanaians. Please, even those of you who don't know that I'm around, I'm available. I can give my number to my brother. Call us. Let's see how we can extend some help to these people. Because already we know, like I told you, the kind of situations that we Northerners or some Northerners live in. Below the poverty line even. You get what I mean? And of course, for them to be hit this way, it is quite pathetic. And then we should try and show consent. I am calling on my DC, Rosina, Honorable Rosina, if you are listening to me. Please work with the district NADMO director. Let's see how we can help these people. And the regional NADMO boss as well. Look, it's about governance. It's not about anybody. You never know who supports you. More so when even the people of Jana community votes NDC a lot.
No, that's not.
More so. I'm not even looking at that. But if that's the way to go, I'm just trying to tell you what they do. I mean, what they are going through and that the kind of support that they need, as it were. So we thank you so much for this time and all that. Now, what did my brother say? They are still speaking as if they are in opposition.
No,
Yes, you raised an
You are in
issue
opposition.
about.
we are moving on.
You want to talk about Nadmo?
Yes.
They haven't done. You are not even. They have told you they've not done. What are you going to do?
I'll allow the man. Come on, slow
I
down.
am
Slow
telling you,
down.
this guy.
Come on, slow down.
This guy is gradually.
You have a comment on the
Yes,
disaster, please?
yes,
Yes, quickly.
I mean, you just made an appeal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I am also one of the people you have appealed to.
Yes.
So,
We are expecting 100,000 Ghana cedis.
I wish-
Advocate
I wish-
General.
Yes. So,
That's
whilst he was making the appeal, I got someone to get in touch with the MP for the area. Indeed,
The doctor.
the doctor. Yes. Indeed, I managed to take a recording of all that he has said and forward it to the person to forward to the honorable MP. And after this place, I believe I'll follow up myself for something to be done. I'll give you a feedback.
We are
Yes,
grateful.
we
We are grateful.
Yes. So they are not the people of Ghana. They are not alone in this. We are all in it. In fact, even in Accra yesterday, I saw some pictures of people's houses collapsing. I've always had a big.
On behalf of my Dagban people, we are grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a chief, so I have to take
Okay.
I have to take my place and say
thank
we are
you so
grateful
much.
to you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Mpaya Pam.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Okay.
Always
Pam.
speaking plural
Yes. Okay.
as a chief.
Yes.
Okay. So well, now, what was lawyer saying? Lawyer has forgotten that they are look, they are behind the steering wheel now.
No fast here, no man.
They have given the steer to them. They are more. You told us you will give us Formula 133. Ask him where is that Formula 133. My brother who is doing a great job, even he himself has not been given a job.
Sunrise on
But did he
Apart
tell
from
you he was unemployed?
This man worked so well in the Volta region to help this party. I know him so well. Did all he could. Today, he is not considered under Formula 133, the so-called Formula 133.
Is it enforced, the Formula
He's a
133?
lawyer, but for him being a legal practitioner, it would have been doomed for him. A great lawyer he is, great advocate. But for that, if he had depended on his own people and the work he did, they would have, by now they've disappointed him. I'm telling you. And on top of that, they are still pushing him down. Because they think that.
How are they doing that?
In politics, they fight potential. If you are too good, they fight you.
That's why they are doing you like that.
They fight potential in politics. That's why my brother, even they know, when they instruct it, they say he will go for seats in Volta region. They won't give it to him.
I see.
By the way, that's by the way, but I'm just trying to tell you, if Formula 133 was actually working, he would have been sorted.
The fuel price.
He himself would have been
the
sorted.
fuel price challenges
So
that we have.
where
Is
is
it
Formula 133?
is it
you then now come and want to ask me what we did in planting for food and job. We failed. No problem. You have come. Do what is right.
Okay, the fuel prices that we have
Yes.
as of now is gone up by an inch. Some say it's global shocks.
It's not by an inch.
Some say
It's a lot.
some say it's local vulnerability. What do you see?
Look, I am saying that these people, they are inept. That's what I'm saying. The government of the day is inept. What have they done by themselves? Initially, I told you the kind of mechanisms we put in place for them to ensure physical discipline, to ensure macroeconomic stability,
Right.
to ensure that those indicators look good. What have they done by themselves? You told us that fuel had gone down. Now let's go and see what is happening. If not a very intelligent government, you don't know who will do. That's the AOS of the energy minister. Intelligent government indeed. Today, how much are we buying fuel? It will only take a smart government to do this. Smart government indeed. Today, how much is fuel?
Sunrise on 3FM. The
You say we shouldn't
14,
talk.
for a little over 14 cities.
Okay,
per,
granted.
per liter.
MPP, we were not what? Good. We were bad people. We didn't even care about this country. We didn't have these people at heart. You took petrol at 14.50. Not even the floor price. Now where we are, only God will save us. When we talk,
What is the lowest fuel price under MPP?
when we talk, you are telling me, don't worry, when you get your time, you tell me.
Well, I'm asking
When we talk, you are telling us that, oh, international market has gone to
Strait
109.
of Hormuz.
Why we not telling you about international market? You told us that international market didn't matter.
COVID, Russia, Ukraine.
You said they didn't matter.
But this is Strait of Hormuz.
They are saying they're all international. They said extraneous matters or issues don't matter. That was the words. Those were their words.
On 3FM,
Today they matter.
best in the morning.
You see, when you talk of deceit, when they mention the word deceit and you have not seen deceit, go around and look for NDC.
You find it, eh?
As soon as you see NDC, you have seen the word deceit. That is the way they are. They will come and embellish things, insult you, say whatever, and say, well, for you, when you insult, they say, oh, there's a law. Don't do that. You don't do law.
But the council has not insulted you since this debate began.
When I was coming,
His
actually,
NDC.
you spoke a bit about fiber market and the rest.
Yes.
This is the conversation we're having.
Right.
So when it comes somewhere, you have to chip it in. That is NDC. I'm telling you who they are. They will deceive you.
I mentioned you
They
in that
can insult.
conversation.
You mentioned me. You understand? They can insult. They can say anything. They can embellish whatever they have. Lies to turn it into the truth. But somebody shouldn't do it. Someone shouldn't do it. Fuel prices. How much is diesel now? Diesel is hitting 18.
18, yeah.
Yes. And if care is not taken, where we are going, and if the city continues to depreciate, okay, which they claim they have used the gold, whatever mechanisms to solve, which is not still true. Because
But the government is putting in interventions
at the point when gold prices
to
come
absorb
down,
some of the costs on
what are the
petroleum
interventions?
products.
What are those interventions? Like what?
Increased again by 2 windows. The cabinet meeting by the president, and that's right there what we have.
I'm
there.
saying what? What are those interventions?
Review development on the international petroleum market and approve the temporary measure aimed at cushioning consumers.
When we told them
rising
yesterday
fuel
that
prices.
government has no control of some of this thing, they said we're lying. Edgy was on TV3 trying to justify things. You can't justify anything. You yourself know that you do not. We have deregulated the area.
So 2 cedis of petrol, 36 pesos of diesel
That
per
means
liter.
would have even bought higher. But for this,
So clap for the government
how? Clap for them. I want it to come low.
to how much?
Why? When it was 8 CD, 9 CD, what did they say? Smart government. They should go back to smart government. You said to parliament, smart government. If not smart government, who can do this? Just within some months down the line, you are not smart again.
At the time, Trump had not started his.
They are no
thing
more
to-
smart.
If
If you are smart, whether Trump or no Trump, you'll be smart. So don't take advantage of situations and come and tell people that you lie to people that you are smart government when you are not smart. Look, all Ghanaians want to see, farmers want to see fuel coming down for them to buy, for their tractors to plow their land for them. When diesel is too expensive, that farmer, it means that cannot farm. Because an acre of farm land that you want to plow, the price will go up because of diesel. And even it has come at a very wrong time because the grain season has just started. And I'm again praying and crying for my people. Because they are just peasant farmers. Everybody is farming. And they have to go and buy diesel at this cost. They can't pay for tractors. On top of that, they have had this storm devastating them again. And government is now inflicting more pain with 1 cedi on it.
It is to solve the problem that you left behind. That's what the
My
government
people,
says.
Parba. Yemi MPP government ne ra chenye loxiale. Kami NDC government ne mali kun loxiale. Kanyan soya. Zunwa ayan that diesel. Ayan yola shiri 1 cedi. Later come the zo. So attractor ma ambonu no kato kwa kwalla. When zang ma pa in charge. John Mahama government now so someone will come mali kun ma kashale. John Mahama's government is going to inflict pain on people and incur debt for them.
You are telling the farmers that the
Yes.
tractors,
The tractors will
to
co-
fuel
will charge
their
higher.
tractors will charge them higher.
Yes,
and
because
it's going
diesel
to
is
affect,
high.
it's going to affect their farming
That is what is
activities
happening.
and make their lives difficult.
My good people of Nantong will struggle. The good people of Miang farmers will struggle.
But the 1
The
cedi,
Konkomba communities in the Eastern Corridor will struggle.
but the
to
1
farm.
cedi on H fuel was necessitated by, according to the government spokesperson,
Why,
Mr.
didn't
Kwachu
we have
Fusu,
that
that
already? We
you
also inherited
left
them.
money that had to be paid, and they are trying to raise the money
When
to
they
pay.
came, they paid $1.49 billion dollars of the such debt. We also, before we exit in 2024, paid $1.4 billion. So there's always been aged debt. So you don't come and inflict the pain on them. When there was DDEP, debt restructuring,
Domestic
and we said there
debt.
should be haircut to save the situation, what did they say?
But you told us
They
there
said
will
we
be no
shouldn't let the people
haircut.
suffer.
The
Today you
president,
are
the
putting
president,
haircut on people,
the
on farmers.
president said there will be no haircuts.
But there was, and now their case.
So did the president
they said
lie
they
to
were
us?
Good people.
Did the president lie to us?
Today you have put haircut on everybody in Ghana, including the peasant farmer, the poor farmer who's struggling. That's what you have done.
Council.
So for me, the fuel prices, they should stop telling us about international market. They should stop telling us about extra. What's the name? Exchange rate, because we said your exchange rate is looking good. It's rising. The last time I checked, it's now bank rate is around 11 point something, right?
Yeah,
It's rising.
11.34.
When it was 10.4 something, you said we should make noise. We have told you that we have not put fundamentals properly in place. Back to my point, I beg you, MPP, NDC, until we become deliberate about industrialization, about mechanizing our agriculture and feeding ourselves, about outrightly banning the importation of rice. Whether we are sufficient or not, let's ban
We
it.
should follow the Nigerian example.
Whether you are sufficient or not, if you are not hungry, you won't work. My point is that President Mahama should hold the bull by the horn and declare that from next year, no rice should come into this country.
Thank you.
And see what we can do for ourselves
I hear
as a
you.
country.
Let me bring in council.
We're not deliberate.
So our fuel price seems to be looking up again. Some members within your party have been talking about a global trend of a sort. You just heard Kamal. He thinks that it is your ineptitude and incompetence that is leading us on this direction. What do you say, council? Are you failing us, contrary to the promises that you made to us before the benefit of power came to you?
There was something which he said that was a shot in his own foot. That when you pointed out the prices on the board,
Right.
and you told him that if not for the government's intervention, those figures would have been higher.
Right.
And he said, yes, it means that they should do more. Now, Johnny, if we had Russia-Ukraine war, and if we had had the Israel-US under MPP, would have had the Strait of Hormuz levy. I'm telling you.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you. Let's not joke. I'm telling you. Ghana, until recently, was the only country in the whole world still paying COVID levy. The whole country. Ghana.
The whole world.
The whole world. Ghana was the only country paying COVID levy. So if I'm telling you
when COVID had ended.
I mean, Ghana's test at the airport under COVID was the highest in the whole world.
$150.
$150, to the extent that some investors who came complained to the minister that we came in on Tuesday, we went to Nigeria Wednesday, and we are back on Thursday. You are testing us again on the same $150. Ghana's own. You see, there are some things when they are saying, they should be shy of themselves to say it. We had ESLA, as you mentioned.
Energy sector.
Energy sector, yes. They collateralize it. Use it for something else. Then they are here today talking about the fact that there was debt. So if there was debt, you too should pay debt. Come on. When was the last time you heard? He mentioned the independent power producers. When was the last time you heard them complaining? When was the last time? Because their debts are being serviced. And all this was that. Now, out of the one city that he's complaining about, you see, even when we were talking about, let's get to IMF, I want to remind him a bit. Since he says that he takes his time to read, let him go and read. This one was just recent. They were saying that e-levy will be enough to cushion us from going to IMF.
Yeah. Ken Oforiatta said that.
Yes.
Kojo Ponkrumah reiterated
yes,
that.
And I said that Ken Oforiatta is the longest.
It was at a town hall meeting.
Good.
Yeah,
He's the
for
longest
the
serving finance minister apart from the
Kwesi
PNDC era of Kwesi Botwe. Where is he? He can't even come and justify his issues.
No, he's undergoing medical care. You know that, don't you?
You see, when you look at when the cyber crime, those guys who were jailed, one of them was was under dialysis and going to court. So what is different about Ken Oforiatta? Look, I am challenging Kamaldeen. Rise up. Party of MPP, rise up. Let all Ghanaians, show all Ghanaians that we are going to tell Ken Oforiatta, whatever it is, calm down and talk. But before then, he mentioned Afenyo Markins. You see, one of my juniors sent me a message today. Last week, we had a serious argument that I said they keep talking about standards within the legal profession. What standard? And where is the standard? And he says, Senior T, I mean, the standards must be maintained. And I said, unfortunately, those to maintain the standards are substandard themselves.
Oh.
And she said, no, you can't say that. So today, she forwarded the video to me and said, somehow you are justified. You listen to the sort of things he said. And I want to correct Akonyemaki, he's my senior. The circuit court judge cannot hold you before him or her for contempt. It is not part of it. He hasn't got that authority.
That's right.
And Kofi Benton was on Newsfile the other day also justifying that the judge could have hauled Abronye before himself or herself for contempt.
No,
that also doesn't
that's
have.
for superior courts.
Exactly. So you see, when you are angry,
I'm not even learning.
that is why Kamaldeen is about learning, about to is doing. Yes. That is why when you are angry and you don't have a lot of emotional control over things, you make some of these errors which even genius shouldn't be making. But come back to this situation. Government is cushioning. We have deregulated. But Kamaldeen, let him tell us that after the deregulation, there's no tax on it.
For how long will you be able to cushion?
Yes, we will as long as you say we need
let the original price speak for itself. And
we need
this
to,
cushioning.
We need to.
It looks artificial to some people.
No, it's not artificial. We all need to share the burden. We all need to share the pain. That is where I was expecting that he would have accepted. I asked him a question, simple question. Look, when I'm going to buy fuel, they don't sell me because I belong to NDC. So you take yours at 5% or 5 cities.
Since when did you know this?
When he's going to buy, they don't say because it's MPP, so take yours at 20 cities. I asked him a simple question. What is the best fuel price we've had under MPP? I Googled. I think the best under MPP is still worse than the worst under NDC as we have it
really?
now. Yes. We've had 22 cities. But you see,
Don't worry, we are moving to 40
the
cities.
equalization,
Yeah, in this country.
that, you
You
see,
said that.
good. This is why I'm saying that when they want to pray, they should honestly and genuinely pray for Ghana. Whose joy will it be for fuel to be 40 cedis a litre in Ghana? Whose joy?
Wasn't it your
That
joy yesterday?
It
was your joy
gloat
to see us
about.
fail.
Whose joy?
Wasn't it
No.
your joy?
And you
It was
see,
your joy.
the good thing about what he's saying that we were gloating, we're happy, is that when the prices were going down, we allowed it to go down. It was simple as that. We didn't maintain it somewhere to say that let's make so much out of it whilst it's going down. To the extent that some people said they have. And around that time, Johnny, let's be honest. I think I was on this show when we said that traffic became heavier than usual because those who had heater to park their vehicles had started all move them. Those are some of the benefits of it.
Speaking of which, where are the buses? You ordered some buses. They were supposed to be on the street.
Yes.
The
And
president
the new ones
ordered.
are pushing.
Yeah,
You didn't see it,
the
One had a problem and they had to push it. Brand new
they
bus.
said it's fake. They said it was
That is
fake.
fake.
But where are the buses? Do you know,
They
Council?
are
No,
on Spinters Road. When you are driving on Spinters, they are parked there.
They are parked
They
there.
are parked there.
Whoever is representing us tomorrow will address the bus issue.
The buses are here. They are parked at Spinters Road. Drive after here. Drive on the Spinters Road.
On the
I saw
Spinters
they are
Road.
parked there. Yes, they are parked there.
But why are they parked? They're
I don't
supposed to
know.
be on the
I
road.
They are there.
Okay, you see,
They're supposed to be on the road.
you see.
I hear it was a BOT agreement, whether the person should operate and pay. What they don't even have money to buy the buses. They came and they were launching what they didn't buy.
Okay.
It's not there for them. I'm asking. It's not for them.
You see,
They were launching what they didn't buy.
When you
No
become,
proper arrangement. That's the truth.
when you become
That's the truth.
a diary of contradiction walking, it's a bit unfortunate. He's the one here who told us
The bus were parked
that the government has the sovereign guarantee to enter into all forms of agreement.
But they didn't do it in this case. It was a different
Okay.
one.
So the government has that sovereign guarantee to enter all sort of agreements.
Right.
Yet the government cannot use that sovereign guarantee to enter into agreement with BAS. It becomes so much
I didn't
difficult.
say so.
It becomes so much difficult for ordinary listener to understand.
Lawyer, please.
It becomes so much difficult.
Lawyer, please don't
Because-
go
Senior is trying to win.
You see, no, he can't win.
See,
He
this is
can't
the
win.
first
He cannot
time.
win.
This
He
is the
cannot
first
win.
time I've heard
He
such an
cannot
argument.
win. You see.
You see, so
let-
no,
let-
when
let-
you were
let-
talking,
allow
when you were
him,
talking,
allow
I
him.
was quiet, like
No, you can't
I
do
was
this.
quiet and patient, like kindergarten teacher. So learn that from me. So the idea, again, as I said, whoever will represent NDC tomorrow will be able to address this. I can bet you on that one. But the idea that the buses cannot be used because they didn't pay for it, who ordered it in the first place? It was government of Ghana. It wasn't a personal property. So definitely it has to be used.
Okay, let's move on, gentlemen. Kamal, the phenomenon of online fraud. Some call it hustle. Some call it the fact that they are trying to make ends meet. I'm looking at it from a perspective of unemployment and what future we are trying to build for our younger people. What do you see I mean, now people are being picked up and taken to the U.S. The recent one is Lancaster and Arrangement. And it keeps...
I hear an MP has been picked up.
Yes, a member of parliament, but we don't know exactly why, because according to the majority chief whip, Eche Dafia Mapoa Esquire, he says that they have not been shown a copy of the warrants. They don't know what's contained, why it's being held, etc. But we are looking at $140 million plus of total alleged fraud across all Ghana-linked cases. 16 defendants have been charged or convicted across all cases. 9 defendants have already pleaded guilty. And increasingly, if you look at the combined terms, 50 years combined sentence handed down so far. It's worrying for me.
Let me
Very
ask
worrying.
you a question. Do you know much about India and IT?
Yes.
You know how well and so well they're doing?
Yes.
Do you know this kind of softwares they're building?
Yes.
You're aware?
Very
that
well.
they are almost taking over
I
the
order
market.
things from India, so I know.
Absolutely. You see, once again, Ghana as a country has gotten it wrong when it comes to digitalization. Why? We've allowed our young people to go on free range. We haven't been deliberate to coordinate them properly and let them understand that the world is moving towards technology. Therefore, grow along that line. We started with having communication centers with internet cafes attached. You remember with that?
Yes.
And the young man
Com
gets up
centers and internet browsing cafes.
because of the addiction on computer. The young man gets up, go and sit there without going to school even, at the expense of going to school. Start punching, start buying airtime, and always on the computer. Until that person is introduced online by someone, you can do XYZ. You get what I mean?
I get it.
Then he gets addicted and thinks that through that I can even make money. That's how it started. Until it metamorphosed into Sakawa boys. Now they don't go to com centers again. They sit in their rooms and have their own
Because they have their own
and
laptops.
get their internet, and it moves on. When we started, you see why I'm saying
In
that
fact, at some point, even when the immigration does swoops, you see them in the pool. So they come and rent a place like this studio, and all the boys congregate there, and they are
today
doing
observe
their
something
things.
again. Aside the internet cafe and everything, the next thing we had was computer schools were being set up.
Yes.
Private computer schools.
Yes. Yes.
Today they are even dying.
That's
You don't
right.
even see them.
That's right.
What did government do deliberately to ensure that we harness such an environment? Properly give our people, tuition. We can do professional hacking. It's a course
Ethical
of IT,
ethical
hacking. They can show them how to develop softwares. When these private computer schools were coming, what did we do as a country? We haven't planned. Today we're talking about STEM education, which should have started along that time. Around that time with the internet cafe thing.
When everybody was catching the
every young person
craze.
going is in school of IT, and then they tell them that professionally build a software, you can make money out of a software. Imagine having a software that's unique in the world, that has to perform an act. Imagine how much they'll buy it. We have not taught these children all this. We are left everybody in the wild, and all they could do was to what? When you leave people in the wild, they go on free range. And when they go on free range, what is easy or the low-hanging fruits is what they are going to pluck. You get what I mean? Because in the IT industry, there are aspects of what we call criminology. So the person who is just there, just as every environment, who
Right.
sees that something, an opening is here, and I can make this, goes into it. So I am saying that as a country, with the greatest of respect to us again, just like I said within how we have handled our farming area or our agric area and our economy, and our energy, the same way we are getting things wrong in the digitalization area. We should be deliberate again. We have this center built by President John Dramani Mahama,
The digital center.
digital center.
Jifagunu's
Question
place.
I want to find out and ask. Do you remember under Kandapa, we had what we call community IT centers, sponsored by World Bank, built throughout the country in most regions. That time it was 10 regions. Where are those centers? They have been taken over by snakes
Community hospitals.
Community information centers, they call them.
Yes,
Under
ISD.
Ministry of Communication.
ISD.
Yeah,
It was
no,
under
not ISD. It was under Ministry of Communication. Later on, GIFEC took over.
Yes. GIFEC. I remember those ones. Yes.
I know about it.
They were
Do
built. Yes, I remember
They
that.
built it around the country to go. They want to develop the youth, teach them on IT and all that.
To replace the erstwhile cone community
Absolutely.
centers.
And they even employed program manager, computer heads, whatever.
Yeah.
Where are they? What have we done as a country? And we continue doing NDC, MPP, and killing our youth. So when you ask me what we can do to stem this fraud, because there's an opening, somebody thinks that $14 million can be made somewhere.
Yeah.
Legal or illegal, I have the know-how to do whatever I want to do. I move on. And there are no proper checks in place. As a country, it's just not too long ago, we have had our cyber security authority put in place.
Yeah.
Really? Are we serious? Not too long ago. My brother is their deputy CEO, Jamal Kunzwa.
3FM, the best.
Not too long ago that we had it as a country. So we sit down and all we want to do is that everybody is on the what? On the go, looking for quick money.
And that's where the problem
And
is.
proper management of our structure is not there. So those community information centers, I am asking a question. When we build them around the country under Ministry of Communication, where are they? And what are they doing right
Okay,
now?
Council,
Let's
step in for me.
So until we're able to get it right, our young people are in the world and they are so zealous. And because they are zealous and because they have ambition and they are determined to make money, when there's an opening, they go into it. So I'm saying the government today, if you have promised that you are going to have what we call
133.
codes system.
A codes program.
Codes program.
Under Sam George.
Under some
Yeah.
job. When the deputy
1 million
minister-
codes.
You remember the codes definition on at his vetting?
No, you remind
What is
me.
coding? You don't remember what is coding?
Remind me.
My brother Suparo, good morning to you anyway. You see, so even the person to go and handle the place doesn't understand it.
Don't worry, Suparu.
The person to go and handle the program that will digitalize the entire place doesn't even understand what
Okay.
the coding
Let me give
you know,
the-
so
let me-
that's
let
the
me
level. NDC, like once again, they will come and talk plenty.
Let me see the
and they
rest of
can't
the
do
time
anything.
to
So again,
to council.
We need them to really work.
I hear you.
Thank you.
Good morning,
I think that,
council.
Issues which are of national concern, MPP cannot go about it without being political.
But why?
Yes. You
What
asked a
Come on, you
simple
kept
question.
quiet for your line. Our
Yes,
time
you
is
asked,
almost
you
done.
asked a simple question
Yeah.
about what
What are we doing for the
about
young
it,
people?
and yes,
Because
and secondly,
digital fraud is on the
yes, and it is
ascendancy.
bringing a wrong image to
Yeah,
the country.
that's right.
Is the one reason why when you mention you are a Nigerian or those days you are carrying a green passport, the people begin to get scared about you, and you check about the number of people who are linked into things like that, then they draw you into that. So it is something that we all of us need to be concerned about. I used to be worried if you are in the UK or US, you call your bank and the one receiving the call is in India. And I keep asking what are ambassadors doing, what are our trade attaches, etc. But because we don't have the facilities, that's why I agree with him. We have not established the backbones for us to have those facilities.
At all.
Data is expensive, internet connectivity is poor, etc. Over the years, it is not only Sam George era that we are experiencing, some of this we are experiencing. Indeed, I've defended people who have been to Yoko, they have been about all this money laundering and fraud, etc.
Right.
Before. It is not today, it has always been happening. But the bigger part is that I believe that get rich quick. The celebration of those who are rich, irrespective of wherever they get the money from. And it's also making, I am here, people call me to say, hey, do you have a US Visa card?
A connection.
No, Visa card. I
Okay,
want
so they
to
can
transfer some
offload money to you,
it.
so you can
Then-
bring it to them.
Then I'm asking myself, then I get to the airport and someone picks me. Meanwhile, you are just enjoying your
booty.
Your booty. I've followed people to the police headquarters where people have transferred money into others' account and they refuse to release the money and it's become issues, etc. But you see how we handle all those things don't deter the persons from doing it again tomorrow. So it is something that as a country we need to sit up and realize that this is going to damage our reputation as a nation. And we should tackle it inside. The cyber crime, as he's saying, the one that is being headed by Agbeti,
Signals Bureau.
Signals Bureau, yes, Signals Bureau, the cyber crime,
Right.
etc. And the givers, they need to sit up and say that, hey, this is going to affect us in the next 5-10 years. We need to be up and doing. You see, currently, maybe the only good thing is that we collaborate very well when
Right.
it comes to the extradition.
Right.
But that will also, at a stage, slow down because we are looking for the lives of Ken Muforiata, who has not yet been brought in.
Oh, but
Work. That's what is important. Work.
Oh, so that's
You work and
see,
stop looking
Johnny,
for Ken Muforiata.
let's be honest. All that we are saying today, you think the Americans don't listen? They listen.
they do.
They have even some of our own people listening for them and
Yes,
giving them feedback.
yes.
They listen. They know the
I
environment.
always say
environment.
FBI is in town.
Oh, they might even be in this your building. You might never know. They listen. So they also know how we are behaving and responding to some of these things. So the only thing I would say currently that is helping us is the idea that when you say we need A, we are ready to say, okay, A, go to court.
Right.
Let the court decide and go. Let me end. I know you are running.
Yes.
Let me end on this note to say a very warm morning to my younger brother, Doji, aka 1000, who is listening
Hey,
to me.
Doji, aka 1000.
Yes, Lord 1000.
What the nickname?
Yes, Lord 1000.
Lord 1000.
Yes, Lord 1000, who is listening to us.
okay.
And he asked me to ask you a few questions, but I'll ask you those questions off air.
I hear you. I hear you. Come on, we're wrapping up. What do you leave us with quickly in a minute?
One, I think that we should also know that we have laws in this country, and we shouldn't cherry pick when we want to apply the laws. Like I said earlier on, the MPP would not just sit down for someone to walk over us. Afenyomake has spoken. My other colleagues have spoken. We are going to abide by the law, but we shall also do what is right to ensure that the government does what is right.
All right.
That's what we have.
Thank
to
you.
say.
Council, you have the final word.
As let me add to what he has said. Privileges come with responsibilities.
Right.
So when you have the privilege to talk, you must know that it comes with a responsibility. Talk very well. Be a true flag bearer for. I mean, everybody is misbehaving so that they will call them the following morning to come and shake hands with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and take pictures. That shouldn't be it.
Right.
You should be able to say what you have said today. If that one is not okay,
Oh,
don't
really?
come and shake hands
You want
with
to
me.
go on that?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank
Let's
you.
go on that.
Council Jemega, engineer, lawyer Jemega Jr., Theophilus Jemega Jr., thank you very much
They
indeed for your
should put
time.
my brother somewhere. He's more than qualified.
His
Why?
Excellency Kamal Din Abdullahi.
Why are you doing this to him?
Kamal, you yourself, is it Nantong or party? What is it? Because
Don't worry.
I keep
When the-
hearing
when-
things.
when the time
they say
comes,
once
you'll
upon
hear
a
a
time, this one, they say this one fits you, MP fits you, then they say party executive fits you.
It tells you how
So-
versatile I am.
so
then.
now
it
you
tells
are-
you how versatile your friend appears. Thank you.
Don't confuse the people. Don't confuse us.
It tells you how versatile I am then.
leave us alone to mind our business.
hear you.
Come on, have a nice day.
All right,
Council,
then.
have a nice day. And I want to specially mention Professor Ebo Hinton. His friends call him Bobby. I will choose to call him Dadigbomo. For the second time, he's been adjudged the best in all of Africa when it comes to marketing, and he is the guru that you're looking forward to. Congratulations to you, Prof, and we celebrate you in grand style, and we know that this will spur you on to do greater works as you have always done. Congratulations to you, Professor Ebo Hinton. If it's your birthday today, it's time now to wish you a happy birthday.